Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Stay Tuned Reviews. Today, I'll be talking about the Genius Aretha series that you can catch on National Geographic. Just to give some background information on this series, for the current season of Genius, the 8-episode format focuses on the life of the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. Each episode has a runtime of about 48 minutes, and it stars the singing sensation Cynthia Erivo as Aretha Franklin and Courtney B. Vance as Aretha's father. Right off the bat, I initially thought that this show was replacing the highly anticipated Aretha Franklin movie starring Jennifer Hudson. But with a little research, I saw that the Aretha Franklin movie was delayed and actually is coming out in August of this year. But I definitely appreciated the Genius series for attempting to tell Aretha Franklin's story over a multiple episode format, because regardless of how good the Aretha Franklin movie might be, it's impossible to tell Aretha's story in a 2-hour period. Now, aside from Cynthia Erivo looking nothing like Aretha Franklin, I appreciated the vocal talent she gave when performing Aretha Franklin songs. Courtney B. Vance would have to be the MVP of the cast, as he gives a roller coaster performance as Aretha Franklin's father, C.L. Franklin. I appreciated the overall intent of the story because the series wasn't afraid to address such taboo parts of the Franklin family past, such as C.L. Franklin getting a 12-year-old member of his congregation pregnant, or Aretha being taken on the road to tour and having 2 kids of her own at a very young age. Here is why I dislike some parts of the show. In my opinion, the editing of the Genius Aretha show is trash from start to finish. If you've ever seen the Chadwick Boseman movie Get On Up, you would notice that throughout the movie, the timelines of the story would just instantaneously change without rhyme or reason, which was highly disappointing because Chadwick did an amazing job as James Brown, but the editing of the movie was entirely too distracting for somebody like me. Well, the same editing format was chosen for Genius Aretha. In each and every episode, the show jumps timelines from Aretha Franklin and the father instead of telling a linear story with calculated flashback scenes. And some of the flashback scenes were in black and white while others were in color. In other words, the editing was annoying and it took away from the storytelling for me. The overall tone of the series was also off-putting. While the series is supposed to focus on Aretha Franklin and her rise to fame, the overall tone really focuses on Aretha's father and how many of her life issues are primarily his fault. The other day, I read a story about how Aretha Franklin's family didn't approve of the series being aired, and I can see why they wouldn't. I'm not an Aretha Franklin historian by any means, but the storyline was somewhat one-sided. The other supporting cast did an okay job in their respective roles, but to me, there weren't too many other standout performances outside the ones that were already mentioned. Overall, I appreciated the story that the Genius Aretha series attempted to share with the world, but that attempt was highly flawed and needed to be better executed. While I'm not fully sold on Cynthia Erivo being a leading actress like Angela Bassett or Viola Davis, I think that she held her own in this series. I also appreciated the costume and set designers for the series because, for the most part, the series accurately portrayed the period in time in which the characters were in. Now for the million-dollar question, will those of you who haven't seen Genius Aretha actually like it? Well, if you can get past the constant flashbacks that are out of place, then I think you stand a good chance of appreciating Genius Aretha. Thank you all for watching my review, and until next time, stay tuned and stay safe.